Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, says electoral crimes, if not addressed, can subvert the democratic will of the electorate and enthrone corrupt leadership. The Speaker stated this on Tuesday during a one-day public hearing on a bill for an act to establish the National Electoral Offences Commission. The report.
The bill for an act to establish the National Electoral Offences Commission is a critical legislation which has been part of all national conversations on constitution and electoral reforms for the last 13 years. This gathering is aimed at getting the inputs and opinions of stakeholders to take necessary legislative steps to address identified challenges and block loopholes in the conduct of elections. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, who was represented by his deputy, Idris Wase, noted that electoral offences are self-inflicted injuries that should be avoided at all cost.
One will acknowledge that even our recent governorship elections in Ekiti and Osun State signifies milestone in Nigeria's democratic evolution. There is no doubt that a lot of work still needs to be done.
Provisions of the consolidated bill currently before the House of Representatives seeks to establish a commission that will be in charge of investigating and prosecuting electoral offences created under the bill or any other law related to electoral offences.
In our view, having the commission in place and functional will no doubt enhance the credibility of the electoral process and contribute immensely to the nation's drive to have free, fair and credible polls, since the provision in the enabling law will serve as a disincentive to those wishing to perpetrate electoral offences.
Stakeholders, while considering the 46 clause bill, are also recommending that jurisdiction and special powers of the court include Electoral Offences Tribunal.
However, there were still observed issues, malpractices, especially during the electioneering processes, the most common being the issue of voter buying and manipulation of electorates.
When offences are identified and prescribed in a law, it's important that the punishment for it be commensurate with the offence identified. Looking at the Electoral Offences Commission propositions here, it includes that the proposal that says that at least 20 years imprisonment for ballot snatching. I think that is overwhelming.
However, the Economic Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, kicked against the bill, suggesting that existing law enforcement agencies should be strengthened to achieve maximum output rather than creating a new agency for investigating and prosecuting electoral offences.
It's our position that there's no need to create an agency solely for the purpose of investigating and prosecuting electoral offences, most especially when our electoral processes is seasonal in nature, being that the elections are held once in 4 years in the country.
The submissions gathered by the committee will be presented to the House upon resumption.